Good afternoon. So, for a while, some of you have been asking for a tour of our house. So, this is Quinta São Domingos, that's the name of it. And I'll give you a tour now and go through some of the plans that we have to bring this amazing place to this new era. So this used to be chicken farm actually, and I'll go in more detail in just a moment. So that's our entrance to the main house. So this is where we live at the moment. It's dated 1932 and we fell in love with it. So it's a 3-bedroom house, which I'll take you through. In this side is our bedroom. So this is our bedroom. And as you can see, the ceilings are very high. So one of the plans we have here is to bring the ceilings down for about a foot maybe, so we can put some insulation and keep the heat in a house in the winter, because although the exterior doors are the exterior walls are quite thick, and it makes in the summer the house very cool, very pleasant, but in the winter it's quite cold. So that's one of the plans. The other plan, as you can see here in our hallway, is all these Artex. So we want to either skim the walls or even put dry walls, so we can maybe do the rewiring and hide the electrics behind there. So this is our entrance. The right is our bedroom. Now the left is what we call our dressing room, but is basically a storage room as well. And as you can see here, we had problem with humidity. Funnily enough, the ceilings are all great, but this wall, James thinks he knows why we had this problem in this room, but we try to air it every day and see if we can cure this. So that's our dressing room. Going on to now our third bedroom, which is the guest's room. So that's it. So we also plan changing the windows, because at the moment we've got single glass, and that's not very efficient for the heating situation. We come out of here and there's the bathroom that some of you probably seen it already because of our disaster with our flood, but that's another thing. This bathroom will be all, the suite will be all replaced, and maybe just a little bit more modern. We would like very much to keep some of the character of the house, like the floors in the bedrooms. I love them, but unfortunately these tiles, they're so old and they're porous, and if I show you closer, we can't take these stains off. I've tried every cleaning product, I've tried everything, but they don't look very pretty to the close eye. And it's the same with this one. I mean, this is so beautiful. So this is our spare room or dressing room, and we can't take the marks of it. On the camera it looks perfect, but it isn't. If I go close up, you have so many stains and wear from the years, I guess. So we would like to preserve them. We might put some flooring over it, but not quite sure. Okay, so that's the bedrooms and bathroom. We also in the winter have to put some curtains up here so we can keep one room warm. This is our little lounge. So James at the moment works on that table. That's our lounge. And we go into our kitchen that some of you have seen already too. My glorious orange cupboards are doing beautifully. So the plan for this kitchen is to take this breakfast bar down, this wall down, and make it obviously a bigger kitchen. We're considering removing the fireplace as well, which we tried to use it and the heat just goes all completely out the chimney, but is the point that we thought maybe we can just put a fire in there, like a salamander, a wood fire, just with the flue. But that's something that we have to still think about. But as for a kitchen, it takes quite a lot of space and is not useful at the moment. So, as you can see, it's quite small, but we want to open it and make an open space so it's more airy and you don't feel, for a 3-bedroom house, the kitchen is very small. And another thing we have is a door here, so that's where we have our fire at the moment. And there's a door here that takes it to the land at the back. So we want to build a balcony there with steps down because this door is quite a few feet up from the ground at the moment. That's why we covered it, because it's not been used. But I'll take you around that side now. So this is our house, and it's quite cozy. It's big enough for the two of us, but we'll have to see. I think when we finish and if we go on with the plans that we have, it's going to be a good space. And we're not planning to live here in this house full time, so we're planning to renovate it to the best that we can, to rent out, so to be a rental place. And the reason for that, I'll show you. We come out of the main house into our patio that you very often see in our videos. Small window and the kitchen that's still looking lovely, and the amazing view. Now this patio, we thought about it for so many times, and we've come up with so many plans, and we still not made our minds up what we're gonna do with it. A lot of people say, I'll put a swimming pool there. Neither of us are very fast with swimming pools, but if we were going to put a pool, we would do it as an infinity pool off the patio to the land. So that's what we would do. But I would very much like to landscape part of it and put some pathways, some flowers and greens, which is something that I really enjoy working with as well. I haven't touched much on that side of things, but it's something that I also very much enjoy is planting, playing with flowers and cuttings and seeds. Actually, most things that I eat with seeds I plant and they grow. I have here, which I'll show you, my avocado trees. Now I've got 9 there, I think, and they looking a bit sorry for themselves, but it's because we've been having this frost. So that's why I put them here, to be a bit sheltered from the frost. So that's some that I've planted. I think I've got about 9 or 10 there. I've got my pineapples done at the end, which also have been affected by the frost. But I have all sorts of things. I have palm trees that are planted from seed, and there was a point I had about 40, but they all kind of come out. It's a bit neglected at the moment through the winter. It's very difficult to keep everything under control, especially here when it's been really cold this year. This is a project that I'm working on at the moment. As you can see, it's all stand out there. You can see more of that on my new channel, which will be coming up soon, and is where I'll show you beginning to end all my my little projects. Okay, but that's for the future. So carrying on with the look out here, it's our pavilion. So you can see there, Quinta São Domingos, which I think that has been there a long, long time. Continuing with the tour, this is the pavilion. The pavilion was where they used to keep the chickens, but we do have a habitation license for it. So, as you can see at the moment, it's got all my furnitures that I plan to work on. It's got lots of boxes that we still brought from the other house, more furniture. That corner's got James's tools. It's all a bit untidy. But we put on a spot, and in the next few weeks we have to clear all of these and try to have some kind of order, shall I say, in this space, because we've been approached by a company, Less Stress, to have a business retreat here, and we have to do some major clear up, but it puts us in a place where we have to do it, and under pressure we'll have to come up with some solution, but that's not happening for a couple of months, so we still got plenty of time. So here, that's the beautiful balcony that James and I in the summer love to come and sit here, which is really nice view. And in the summer, because this is north facing, it's so nice here in the shade. It's only in the shade for a little while in the afternoon, but then we come here with our beer or glass of wine and just see the sun going down. Very peaceful. We have a big fireplace here. We don't know what to do with that. We have lots of beds, more beds, and a big kitchen. This pavilion, after they finished with the chicken farm, they actually used to have functions here, hence the big kitchen. It's quite useful to have it, and I do a lot of my work here, my candles, my cements, but again, it's very untidy. We haven't really paid much attention to it, but we now have to do something. And from this kitchen, we're going into this little hall, and we have a big bathroom. So this is where I do my laundry. So the plan here is we turn this space into our living quarters as a house for us, where it leave us with space for a workshop and for James to do his woodwork as he so much like, and also big space for 1 or 2 bedrooms, house, cottage, whatever we can call it. So that is one thing that we have to do before we renovate. The door's going to shut. Okay. To renovate the house, because while we renovating that house, we'll have to have somewhere to live. So the plan is to build here, do the renovation here for our house first, and then turn on to the main house so we can have some income from the rental of that. So then coming from the thingy, we have this driveway. There's lots of wood that we acquired, all ladders, the all perky. This fence here, so the dogs can come this way. Again, more wood. And as you can see, we are hoarders, so we keep everything. One day it might come handy. So this is our other entrance to the land. So if we need a big machine or big tractor, this is the entrance to it. And this is the way down to the land. And we have this covered area here. At the moment, we keep it as garage type of thing, and I do some work here as well. But we've done that wall, which we're very happy. So when we turn the house into, when we turn the pavilion into a house, we want to then have a door to this side so we can use this entrance. If the main house is rented, we don't want to come across, so we'll be using this drive here. So we'll have our outside space at this side of the house and leave the other outside space or part of it for whoever comes and stays in there. So as you can see, we've got a lot of wood. Here would be another area that I'm trying to convince James to do my workshop, because my work is normally quite messy, especially with the cement. And this can be, we already got part wool. I think this was pigs or part of the old chicken place. But we can build it up and make my workshop, which would be big enough for me to do my messy stuff. But nevertheless, we'll have to come to that. As you can see, it's so much to be done. We haven't got a time scale to redo to refurbish and get this back to a living and thriving farm. But all I can say is not going to be in the next 2 years. So there's more things that we accumulate, and this is the way to the land, which we fenced up what we think we're going to work on. We've got that beautiful old oak tree that is just amazing. We've got about 40 olive trees and about 40 oak trees. We've got pomegranates up there. We have plums, figs, oranges, lemons, all sorts of things that are here, but everything has been quite neglected. hopefully when James finishes the village house, which is not far now, then we can start and make a plan where we're gonna start working first. The houses, the land, is a lot to be done, but we are in no rush to be honest. So here is the other side of the pavilion. As you can see, it's quite huge. I think it's about 290 square meters, all of it from one side to another. So it's going to look really good if we can achieve what we've been planning and talking about. So then that lower part here takes us to our cellar. So we've got a cellar under the main house, which we keep our land tools at the moment and more of my furniture. So that's the cellar. I haven't got the key here with me at the moment. And again, lots of wood, lots of mess, and more things from the tip. And there's that door that I showed you in the kitchen. So you can use it, or you'll have a big full. But the plan is to make a balcony or terrace here that will join on to that terrace, and some stairs down to the land where you can park the car, and because this is the other entrance to the land. And great plans here also. So I want to landscape that corner and that corner, and then put a proper like stones or something here where whoever is living in a house can use this as a drive, but also have a nice area to come to. Need to render and paint all along there. Is lots to do, but the charm of the house is still, I'm still looking and say this is a most beautiful place. So from here we go along to the area that we fenced, which is a lot of big weeds now. So we fenced all along here. That's our boundary to this side, and this part here, that's where James would like to use for more trees. So like my avocado trees and other fruit trees that we haven't got there, I would like to have. So would be used on this side. Going down here, we have orange trees and more olive trees, figs, and this area here is where we're planning to do our vegetables, because we've got pipes for irrigation down here. They have to be obviously replaced. Some of them need to be replaced and repaired, but it comes all the way down here, which then feeds through, you can see here, feeds through to the trees. But we're going to fence this area also, and we'll fence it up to this corner, and then down there just to the left post of the gate down there. And the reason we want to fence that is because this is the area that we're going to do our vegetables. So we started on a polytunnel but haven't gone too far because of so many other things that have been happening. But that's where our vegetable area is going to be. fence it up all the way to the left of the fence. So the fence goes all the way behind that tall olive tree and then up again. So we'll have a big space with the fruit trees and vegetables. So this is the gate to the rest of our land, which goes up the hill and then down the other side and carries on here. So this is the area that we decided we're going to make use of the land. That side is just pretty to look at, but this area is enough for what we've got in mind and what we've planned. So now this side here, once we fenced there, this side is where we want our chickens and our sheep or goats. We haven't decided. I quite like goats myself, but they can be a bit of a menace and just eat everything. But so we want to shelter part of it, and we've got a clear here this side where we can then have part of the pens or the chicken coops covered. So in the summer they have some kind of shade, but at the same time is this huge clear here that we can make the animal village. So this is going to be around this area here. Our fence goes along there and behind the carob tree, and then we back at the big oak tree. So as you can see, I'm out of breath even just talking about it. Plans change and we do go over things and drawings of things that we'd like to do, but it's a lot of work and we'll take it on our stride to tackle it once we have everything else in order. But it can be quite daunting, but knowing myself and my husband, I'm sure that is going to be just great. So on that note, I'm gonna leave you in this video, and I'm sure there's a lot of things that you probably be wondering, are you gonna do this, are you gonna do that? Do leave a comment, do press the like button and subscribe if you haven't. It does help us to go on with these videos, and stay with us because we have a lot to share with you and a lot of things to show you as we go along. It might take a while to get there, but we'll surely will. So ciao for now.